Hello, everybody. So, it's Tuesday. I think it is. Yes. I'm totally out of these days. The only way that I know that it's weekend because we are going on our weekend house. Actually, my house of my father where he was been born. So this is the only way that I know. Okay, it's weekend. It's Saturday, and that's it. And in Sundays when I have long run, then I know. Okay, it's Sunday. Usually it's like that. So, I didn't get any ideas what kind of video that I can shoot today. I was thinking like half an hour back still what to speak, what to speak, what to speak, and I said, okay, a lot of people maybe watching my videos and do not check how actually I became a psychic and what are my abilities and stuff like that. So I said, okay, I will explain to all of you right now in this video how I became clairvoyant, medium, healer, all that kind of stuff. So these three things are really like strong into my word, if I can say so, so that I'm a clairvoyant slash psychic, then medium, that I can do mediumship, and that I'm a healer. So these three things, I will explain how actually it happened that I got these three. Actually, I got these three at the same time, but later I have to figure out what actually happened. So this story goes back to, I think, let's say maybe 2010, 2011, something like that, when I finished with my ex, and this was really like some kind of big, big disappointment for me. I knew for a long time that I cannot be with her, and when things happened that we just separated, and I was thinking, okay, everything will be good, but everything came behind me, after me, and I felt really like down, not like the lowest point of my life, but definitely I was being down. And then I met my long-time friend, and she's like, yeah, I'm visiting this female, and maybe she can help you. I said, okay, give me the number. I called her, and she actually lives this female. She's older. I think she's right now almost like 60. She lives like in to the west of our country, like maybe 100 kilometers. Is like maybe, let's say, 60 miles. I drive to her place for the first time. I was being open for everything, and I didn't know how she works, nothing. And actually, she starts to clean me on the cell level, and then I have to repeat some stuff about myself, about her, about everything. I just repeat words after her, and then things starts to like happen in my body. I start to feel like here down that something is like going around, like some kind of I don't know how to explain this. Like that somebody is like doing this all the time in my below so lower part of my stomach. And I was like, what is happening? And she's like, she was looking at me and she's like, do you feel anything? I explained to her and she's like, yeah, that's amazing. I'm opening your channels. You'll be a clairvoyant. I was like, okay, do I want this? I said, okay, if it's meant to be, then I will be. She didn't mention nothing about mediumship. She didn't mention nothing about healing, just that I will be a psychic slash clairvoyant. I said, okay. I just let go. I said, if God has some kind of plan with me, with on this part, let it be. I always allow things to happen in my life. I never like resist. Oh, I will not do this. I will not do that. I said, okay. And then it happened that actually I didn't know how things will go. I said definitely I will not work with any tools, especially clairvoyants do not use tools. And I said, okay, how I will get answers. And it took me like additional, like I would say, 3 years that I figure out how I actually can get answers. uh, I was trying some different things that I was like in the middle of a conversation. I just give some predictions. Of course, this never happened. And then once I was meditating, and then I asked something just general, and I can sense that my eyes are moving. So when you close your eyes and when you start to dream, your eyes are moving. And the same happened to me, so that my eyes starts to move, 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 move. I was like, and when my eye starts to move, I start to receive some words, some blocks of energy, blocks of messages, some pictures, sometimes some kind of music. And actually, this has been the answer of my question. I didn't put a lot of attention at the beginning. I was like, okay, something is happening. why I'm getting this. It was really like that I'm speaking with myself, I was like, am I crazy? I ask myself, and then I just give myself the answer, and then I start to realize that actually whatever I got, this is prediction. This is something that will happen in the future, I said, okay, you cannot test this on yourself, because you can influence something. So I needed some kind of clients, that I will do some kind of research or whatever, that I can predict something, or that I get some answers, so I really like starts to search for someone who I do not know, or maybe some people around me do not know, like really good, that they will influence on this answer. And actually it happened once that I visited like one total new friend. She was working in one bookstore, and then like her, let's say, buddy, one other girl enters this store, and I told her that what kind of person I am, and she's like, I told her, listen, ask me two questions. First question, that you already know the answer. Second question, what do you want to know about your future now? And first question that she asked me is like, what kind of relationship do I have with my sister? I closed my eyes. First, the word that came to me like disaster, total disaster. But I didn't want to tell this out loud, so I really like put this into the package, and then I said, listen, as I'm getting, you are not right now in really like some kind of good relation with your sister. I can see that this relation will go on better, but right now you are not in good relationship with your sister. And she's like, uh, actually, my relationship with her is really terrible now. Actually, I got the same word, like this terrible, or I don't know, really disaster. I got the same word from her that I got it, and I was like, what a, because it's happening, so I got exact words, so definitely something is on this, and then she asked me about her future husband. I went to check, because it was been like really like before that nobody enters this store, right? Like people after people, just customers. I said, okay, I go to the toilet. I went to the toilet, closed my eyes, damn the beam. I got this really like bunch of details, how he will look like, where she will meet him, and at the end I got like Ford. you know I said, okay, this is type of the car that I also have, but anyway, yeah, I said, okay. And then I come to back to store. I tell her all the details that I got, and I said, I got Ford, I don't know why. And she's like, okay, but most girls do not know about what types of car, and then she left. She went, because this has been some kind of shopping mall, she left. She came back like after half an hour, and she's like, it's like Fiesta. It's also a Ford, like Ford Fiesta. I said, yes, it is. And she's like, you know what? My code answer, because she's going every single, I don't know, once per week. She joins some kind of group where there are dancers, and actually she danced with someone who looks just like I described this man, and she is totally in love with him, and he's driving Ford Fiesta, and I was like, wow, so later I couldn't get answers if they are really together or not, because I saw her like only like this one time. Later I saw her, but we didn't speak, so I couldn't get some kind of confirmations. Yeah, this is it, so definitely this first, what kind of relationship I have with sister, I was being spot on, and then through time, I remember one girl, she wanted to have reading with me. I said, listen, I will not charge you. And she's like, but anyway, I want to pay you. I said, whatever, you just put money on an envelope, and that's it, and she was asking me something. Actually, I took my pendulum also, because with pendulum I can check sex of your kids, I check, and she had it like one daughter at home, and then but I saw boy, daughter, and then I think again one boy, I checked this, and I said, you have miscarriage, you lost one child. And she has been shocked. She's like, you're the only one who knows about this. Nobody knows that I already have this adoption. I was like, wow. She was been totally freaked out. So for me, I was like, damn, I'm good. And then through time, I got a lot of these confirmations back, yeah, it's like that, it happened that way, it happened that way. I remember once it was been one girl, she was looking for a job. Typical, if you do not look for a man, you are looking for a job. And then she was asking me this like same question: will I get this job? No. Will I get this job? No. Will I get this job? No. And then she was like, she told me later, you know what, Urosh, I checked on you. I had really good connections at one firm, and I felt that I will get this job. And you told me no. I was like, yeah, he was wrong. Bang! No, Urosh was being right again. Why? Because she didn't get this job because one other person had much better connections. So, damn. And then me and my fiance went to visit my friends on like it was like maybe 50 miles from my hometown. And when we are going back, this girl told me, listen, stop by here. uh, I would like to buy a drink because you're doing these predictions for me. I didn't want to take money. And then she changed question. She's like, okay, I will not ask if this will be my next job, but tell me when I will find job, when people will hire me, and what I will do. So I was like, okay, finally you change your question. This is more powerful. And then I check and I get it was in like September time. I got end of November, beginning of December, and you will work in some kind of mixed company, like half private and half government. Okay, I said, I don't know what is this. I just give up. The less information I have, the better. And she's like, okay, no problem. And then she didn't call me till 5th, 6th of December. She's like, I have to tell you something. So on 27th of November, I went to first round. It was been like a test, 80 people. They checked 80 people. We were writing down a test. This one is Saturday. In 29th, in Monday, they called me at 9 o'clock in the morning. Uroš, no, her name was Barbara. Yeah, Barbara, we would like to invite you on the second round. Can you come today at 3 p.m.? She said yes. She went to the second round. They choose her on 1st of December. This means in Wednesday. She had medical checking because sometimes companies want that you do medical checking, that everything is okay with you. This was before coronavirus. This was like 5 years ago. And she did this on 2nd of December. So in Thursday, she starts to work there. So I was being spot on, definitely end of November, beginning of December. And where she's working right now, it's like some kind of info point. This info point is like based on some local, because she's like local. She works for some companies, but still it is under government. So bang, totally spot on. She's like, whatever you will say me, you'll be my psychic for the rest of my life. This was really like crazy stuff that happened. The more crazy stuff that happened, actually, it happened with my fiance, because we met that year. So this was in September, but I predict that December she will get this job. But 6 months earlier, in the 2nd of March 2015, me and my fiance met. She went with me back home from our capital city, and she asked me, when do you see that my ex will contact me? I closed my eyes. I got 2 years. I didn't got in 2 years, but 2 years, exactly 2 years. I was like, 2 years, and she's like, okay. And then we started to hang out. 6 weeks later, we became a couple. 3 months later, she was been pregnant. When we have first anniversary, we already have like daughter 14 days old. And then 2nd of March 2017, she got text from her ex, hello, how are you? And we were like, which day is today? 2nd of March. When we met, 2nd of March. Damn, it's already 2 years. I told you that he will contact you 2 years. Damn, like really. And then I remembered, because she sent her text like maybe 1:30 p.m. And actually, approximately at the same time, I predict this, because I pick her up at 12. And then when we're driving back home, it took like maybe 1 hour 15, 1 hour and a half. So I will say to the minute exactly, you know. So this was really like big shock for me, you know. And then later, I just said, okay, I'm good at this. Let's make some money out of this, you know, because energy has to circle, you know. Do not give everything for free. Right now, I'm giving some free readings, you know, because I feel so when people need this, you know. So when I give something for free, I get something back from somewhere else, you know. Today, like just before I came here, I visit one like local restaurant. It's not a restaurant. It's like more than like a kiosk, you know, where they sell this fast food. You know, I ordered two hamburgers, vegetarian hamburgers, and I know the owner. You know, I was speaking with him. He asked me about some stuff about his family, and I do not charge him because it's stupid, you know. And he's like, yeah, give him a drink, whatever he wants, you know. So I paid for two hamburgers, but I got free drink, you know. So I always get something back, you know. And the funny thing is because like daily I'm getting confirmations that whatever I predict, it is happening, you know. I just got like one old client. She's from Purple Ocean. She's like, you know what? I will have to have like a court with my ex, and I didn't see that. I said, no way, you will not have this, you will not have this. And she's like, but this is like in 14 days, this is so close. I said, listen, I do not see this, you know. And then she sent me the, you know what, my ex called me that he don't want to go to the court. I said, really? No shit, you know, because I already knew that this would happen, you know. So no surprise for me. Also, she's not surprised because she knows that when she truly let go, things starts to happen, you know. So this has been the way how I became a psychic, you know, psychic slash clairvoyant, you know. Then how I became a medium. I was sitting in one bar outside. I was talking with my friend, and like 3 4 years before that, his mom died, you know. And we were speaking, and he's like, you know what, I really miss her. I'm really sorry because I couldn't tell her some things, you know. And then I just felt some kind of hit here, you know, like where is this plexus, you know, like that somebody hits me. And actually I start to feel that first that she is close to me, and then that she enters me, you know. And when she enters me, she was just giving him through me some kind of messages. She told him that she will be back as his daughter, that everything is good where she is right now. It's just perfect. That she cannot go to the light because he's holding her back, you know, and stuff like that. And it was really like powerful, you know. At the end, I just starts to cry, and I was like in the middle of bar, I starts to cry. People were like, what the fuck is going on with him, you know. I couldn't stop this, you know. I didn't know how to protect myself, and actually this is why this happened, you know. Like 3 weeks later, again, things happened with some other girls who were just asking me about some different things. Again, hit. Then I knew, okay, this is the way how people, how energies, how souls enters me, and also I have to protect myself because it was really like strange feeling when I entered some kind of graveyard, you know, and I just felt this a lot of souls wants to contact someone through me. I said, no, no way, no way. And then I asked my friend, she's like, yeah, you have to protect yourself. So I always protect myself that this is not happening, you know, because once it happened that I was lying on the bed like 10:30, 11 p.m., you know, and I feel this hit. I was like, who the hell wants to talk through me right now? With who? I'm laying on the bed, nobody is here. So, and I was like, listen, whoever you are, just leave me alone, go out of me because I don't know who I have to find, I don't know who you want to speak with, blah 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 blah. Okay, so this person left. I hit. So when they entered, I feel hit, and then again hit. Okay, it's gone now. And then, so this has been how I became a medium because I really got so many informations that I couldn't know what is actually happening. But of course, people who were speaking through me, they just knew how this stuff works, you know. And then healer, actually, I have a friend from where he lives in different, on the other side of the country, and he was doing some kind of energetic healing, with just putting hands, and I said, okay, when I got all this, I said, okay, I will try this, nothing can be wrong, and actually, my mom break her ankle 3 times, and I said, okay, listen, I will try to help you. I didn't tell her that I will do her therapy because she's like, right now she was been 70, and she has the same day birthday as me, and actually I just hold her ankle, and while she was putting her leg into the water, like warm water, and then my additional legs, and she's like, oh, I can sense some kind of heat. I said, okay, this is good, and when she went to sleep, I was doing her like long distance healing, because it was been only wall between two of us. So I sent her positive therapy like multiple days in a row, and so she broke her ankle in September. Next year in February, she walked totally normal, doctors were shocked, and these nurses, that this is not possible because of her age. Like she was like at that time 65, something like that. That she recovered so fast. How this is possible? But I knew it. Okay, I helped her, so definitely this was been the strong sign I can do this. And then on one application, actually one website that I worked, it was been one girl, and she's like, actually I gave her these messages that I always give, and I told her, I can see some kind of traveling in 4 to 6 weeks, and she's like, I have cancer in last stage. Doctors told me that I will live maybe 1 month, top 2 months, so my only traveling will be to the graveyard. I was been like, oh damn, this is not good, And then I told her, listen, I will do therapy for you. You have nothing to lose, And then I started to do therapy for her, and then we were talking, and she's like, can I ask you something? I said, of course you can ask. And she's like, can you do me once again this therapy because I really feel good? I said, yeah, no problem, I started to do her second therapy, and then next day she comes to my room, like live session here on YouTube. It's like similar stuff, and she's like, you know what, for the first time for last 6 7 months, I don't feel pain in my head, because she had really huge cancer, huge tumor. I think, yeah, tumor. She has tumor in the head. I didn't feel any pain inside, and my parents are like, "What's going on? You are complaining all the time that you have this pain. Right now, today is first day that you don't complain." And she told them about me, and they're okay. And then I was doing her therapy like every single day, and then we just missed. She didn't come to my room anymore. I was like, okay, I hope that nothing bad happened. You never know, And then once, like after 4 or 5 months, she enters my room, and she's like, I don't know if you remember me, but I can tell you that you healed me totally, because you shrink this tumor for 93%, so only 7% is still here, and doctors are shocked how this is even possible without any other treatments, I said, okay, that's good. And she's like, but I have another problem, because next to this tumor, new one starts to create. I was like, okay, I will do therapy for you, and I will just try to eliminate the second one and focus on this first one, And then she had like 10 days later, she had a visitor at the doctor's, and she came back to me, and she's like, I don't know how you did this, but doctors do not see second tumor, and first one it's not only 7%, so 93%, but like right now 97%, so additional 4%. So definitely it is going down, second one, not at all, no history, nothing, so I truly healed this girl, and it was been like big achievement for me, because I was like, well, amazing, I can do this also long distance, so this was, my proof that I can do also healings, and then next to this I can see also not just future, but also past lives. How I came to this, because once I asked guides, I said, okay, listen, we can see future, can you see also past? I don't know if some people have some kind of past relationship or something in common from the past, and I said, yeah, of course you can do this, it's like whatever you will ask, we will answer, so I also can see past lives. I saw like 3 4 my past lives, and then some connections with people around me, you know, and a lot of people who really wants to know why some things are happening, you know, in some relationship, and then I give them some kind of explanations. They are like shocked, you know, why someone acts that way towards them, and then they realize, okay, yeah, I killed him 3 times. Of course, he will not be different towards me. That right now is like punishment time, you know. I remember here's like one really young girl. I think that she's maybe like 21, 23, 21. Yeah, somewhere here, because she has a son who is like 2 months older than mine, you know. And I talked with her, and she's open for that kind of stuff. And I told her about past lives, and I was like, do you have some kind of mark in your leg? And she's like, yes, I have it. And I said, do you like North Europe? And she's like, yes. Why you're asking? I said, do you like motorcycles? And she's like, yeah. Why you're asking such a stuff? I said, listen, you died in motorcycle in Norway, in Norway, before you came to this life. And she's like, and you actually like fall into this leg, and this scarf is still here from your past life. And she's like, oh, this is why I really like motorcycles, and this is why I'm so attracted. I said, yes, everything is connected. And she's like, okay, we are finished. And she just left, you know. Sometimes when I tell people stuff like that, they're like really like, you know too much about me. Yeah, sometimes really. So yeah, this is how I became psychic, how I developed all these my abilities. So if anybody needs any of this ability, or that I do some healing, or that I can check some stuff what will happen in the future, or what happened in the past, or if you need some kind of, I don't know, guidance, whatever, you know where to find me. Send me private mail, we can have a reading, and you will get a lot of useful information. I hope that it's okay for this for today. Tomorrow, finally, I know what I will do. Pick a letter. I don't know what kind of word I will choose, but definitely this will come to the right, to my. I think that I just got the letter, that the word that I will use. But anyway, speak to you tomorrow. We will be in touch. Have a blessed day. Be safe. And yes, 24 hours for your free message. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.